But I'll bring you up to speed what's going on down at the, how shall I put, the grassroots end of it, out on the front line. There's going to be something quite important that's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, because the licences will be issued by Natural England in the next couple of weeks. Now, we know for certain that there is going to be new zones brought into the cull this year. We know we've got Gloucestershire, Somerset and Dorset, but it looks almost certain, beyond doubt, that Devon and Cornwall are coming into it this year. It almost looks certain that Herefordshire is going to be brought into it. It looks more than likely that what they're calling North Cotswolds is going to be brought into it this year. That could become the whole of Worcestershire. Those are the areas that we know for almost certain this year. Next year, there's going to be even more that are rolled out. Now, the problem we've got at the moment is Gloucestershire and Somerset, we've got people out there now as we speak that are checking on sets. We're seeing what's going on. Herefordshire, there's people out there again checking on sets, surveying. The same in Devon and Cornwall, and the same in North Cotswolds. But there aren't enough people out there. If we don't get those areas mapped, when the cull does start, we're going to be on a loser to start off with. So it needs as many people as possible, any weekend, any weekday at all you can spare, to actually communicate. Don't just go down there and have a look around. There's contact numbers for all of the coordinators for all the zones. If you can't find them, come and give me a shout. They're normally on United Active Badger Army on Facebook, but we very badly need more people down there so that when the cull does start, we know what's going on. Now, the licences are going to be issued in the next couple of weeks. We know the changes in the government rules this year, because the government make the rules up as they go along. Officially, there doesn't have to be an intensive 6-week cull this year. It could start on June the 1st, and it could just go on through until February next year, until they hit the targets. They'll be as they kill them, they'll be reporting back to Natural England, and when the targets have been hit, Natural England will then stop it. But we know it won't. It could mean that all the farmers that sign up for the cull also take their license, their badger killing license, and basically from June the 1st onwards they can be out there shooting badgers. Now, from June the 1st, as you know, the cubs now are 2-3 months old. They're still little babies. They're going to be out there shooting them. They're not going to say, oh, that's a nice plump adult. They'll be out there shooting the babies as well. The cubs will be being shot. So again, as soon as possible, any time that you can spare, you could do you out there in the zones. Another thing that's changed this year is that up till now, 70% of the landowners within the cull area have got to be signed up for the cull. That rule has now gone. So in theory, it means, such as Gloucestershire, the cull could involve the whole of Gloucestershire, the whole of Herefordshire, the whole of Worcestershire, the whole of Devon and Cornwall, the whole of Dorset, because they could have one in the north of the county, one in the east, one in the west, and one in the whatever one I've missed out. Before, they had to have 70% of the landowners signed up, so it had to be maintained within a certain area. That isn't necessarily the case. We don't know anything for certain. And we're still looking at, the chances are there will be a 6-week intensive cull. But that doesn't mean that'll be the only form of killing that'll be going on. It could be going on every night of the week between June the 1st and into February. I should say it's more than likely that Gloucestershire, Somerset and Dorset will maintain a 6-week cull, especially Somerset and Gloucestershire, because officially it's supposed to be the last year of the 4-year trials. Now, at the end of and because of that, I should imagine they will carry on with a 6-week intensive cull, as well as at other times as well, letting the farmers carry on shooting as they like. That 6-week cull, we are still thinking along the lines that it will start in the end of August, the same as the last few years. So, if you want to come and join us down in the killing fields, and you can only do a few weeks because you're tied up with work, that's the time to leave holiday free for, from the end of August until October. That's if there is a 6-week cull. Now, all the areas now are getting very well organised. If you've got any doubts at all of going down there, it's incredibly friendly. All the camps are incredibly friendly. Who of you here have actually stopped on camps? You know what it's like. It's a family atmosphere, isn't it? It really is. So don't be frightened of coming down at all. Don't think you're going to be put in a confrontation situation with police. These days, the police are as much on our side as they are on as the shooter's side. They really are. We've got police liaison officers now in every zone, and we're working very closely with them. And there's big changes now to how it was 3 years back. There's a job for everybody down there. Don't think because you can't walk, it's a waste of time you're going out there. There is a job for everybody. Just sitting on a crossroads in a car at night, just taking down registration numbers. There's no need to even get out the car. There's something there for everybody. And remember that you will be saving badgers' lives. There's no doubt about it. We know for a fact in Gloucestershire last year, if it wasn't for you guys out there, ourselves out there, double the amount of badgers would have been killed. There's no doubt about that at all. Every night we are saving lives. So please do all you can to get down to the zones this year. From now onwards, even if it's just walking footpaths on a nice summer's day, get out there. Right. Okay, Dominic.